What is up, everybody? Trippy Trader coming back at you after a couple years. Because fuck COVID. Shit was a mess. Markets were a mess. Too much shit going on to not really even want to do the stock market for a couple years. I had to go through some self learning, but we're back, baby. Today, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the market, just at where we're at right now, and then how COVID fucked up the market, and how I still think we are headed for a recession. Little term called debt to income ratio. I'll explain about in a little bit, but let's go over some trades for the day. Today was a little rough start. Some emotions were running, but we got our mind back on track and we came out on top. We've been hitting green days non-stop since we got back into it. Except one time I had a stop loss pull out on a trade and ended up selling at the loss, but I'd even set the stop loss. I don't even know how it got set, but it got set, and if the trade would have went out through, I would have banked out on at least 8 ticks on that trade. But today, let's go into the 1 minute chart. Take a look down here. We started out on a uptrend in the beginning of the morning, right here. Yesterday was a downtrend. Definitely closed out negative. Opened back up with a new high for the day from the low from yesterday, right here, as you can tell. We're still pushing back up to yesterday's high, so we haven't created a whole full day high yet, but in the beginning we had a nice start that was green, but I could tell there was still some heavy resistance levels up here that we're going to keep pushing the market down throughout the morning while I was trying to go up. And I was really looking for some bearish flag patterns mostly, but that's what we had forming on the 1 minute, and I'll explain my trade decisions based on those, because I always trade the trend, wait for the trend to set, and then just buy based on support levels on the moving average, like right here, get in low and then run it out to the top to retest the other resistance levels. Really nothing too complicated. That's the thing about trading. A lot of people make it way more complicated than it has to be, but really it's not. It's just trusting your instinct, trusting your gut, taking everything you've known and actually apply it. Learn from your mistakes, lesson number 1, because if you just keep repeating the same mistakes, you're going to have some bad habits. Bad habits are not good, but that's how we learn and live. Trust me, I've learned the hard way a lot of times, but we've still come out on top. First trade was a loss. Really wasn't much. Wait, was it? Nah. First trade was a win. Okay, I must be thinking about yesterday. But, yeah, first trade wasn't that big of a gain. It was 3 ticks, but hey, we'll take it. I actually was doing some shorts on this one. Kind of wasn't the best trading decision in that, because I just saw this huge bearish candle right here, and I saw just a bunch of sellers coming into the market, and I was expecting another test for the support level, which we did get, so my trade was right, but my execution time on this should have held out a little bit longer. But my goal is usually only like 4 ticks or 8 ticks. I've been definitely pushing a little bit more in that, just to give more room for error if there is any error. But right here we had a little test for the support level right here. This big seller kind of told me we were going to start trying to push back down to the greater support level for the day. And I got in right here, took out real quick. I was just seeing some consolidation right here, and I just didn't know how I feel about it. And then we go back in for the third test to run back up, and then I saw a bunch of sellers coming in, and then took the short sell. I'm always a longer, usually a long, but today I just was like, I feel like I can see the market where, after years of doing this, to where I can take both sides of the trade pretty confidently. And this definitely was proved to me right in this one. But we came up in here. I had a feeling. I went to get breakfast. I was like, I'm going to let this one play out. I had a really good feeling it was just going to run back down to here. market's always trying to retest levels. It created this head and shoulders pattern right here, so that I definitely saw some breakout coming in the future, so I had to get out of the trade as soon as I could. But I took in, went to breakfast, was right here, came back, and the market was all the way up here, so I was down almost like $3.50 on this. So like 15 ticks I was down. That would have been a big loss, but confident in my decisions, so I stuck through it and I held through the trade. I didn't freak out, let it run back down, which because it broke through this resistance level right here, which is what really scared me. I was thinking for another run up top, but the market always wants to correct itself after a nice run. So as soon as I saw this nice big red candle, I was like, okay, maybe it was just a bounce, and then would just head back down, which we did. We head straight back down right here, and I executed this trade, got out as I could, took $1.75 on it, so did about a 7-tick trade on this one, which is amazing. That's exactly what I shoot for. $2 or more, 8 ticks is a perfect day for me, and I'm always just testing support and resistance levels, or when I usually run my trades. And I got out and had a feeling it was going to break back out to the top, but I wanted to take my wins for the day and just watch the market to confirm myself in that way. I didn't have to get involved with it. I just love watching it sometimes. But we got this inverse head and shoulders right here. Let me draw it out for you. You can see, it goes up a little bit, and then it will consolidate. I'll draw it out. Consolidate to the side, and then it runs right back up. I should just press F2. Runs right back down. Literally textbook head and shoulders. This is a bullish one. The inverse one is where it goes up. Oh, wrong one. Press the wrong button. Oops. Anyways, let's make sure we're still working. Yep, we are still up and running. Cool. And then let's go down here and then draw another line. See, I pressed F2 and that's what happened. But my screen just went black. Right here, head and shoulders, textbook play for a breakout. And you got your arm here. This one even had the freaking, sometimes you don't get lucky with that, but this one even had an extra arm to just like verify it even more. But right here, as soon as you see this green candle start pushing back up towards the top, this would have been the most beautiful time to get in on the bottom and just run it back out to the greater resistance level, which is what we got. And then just look out for the day. Just broke on out over and over, and then it's just head and shoulders, one after another, after another. I don't know if y'all see this right here, but we got another one. Run up, over, back up, and boom. Right here. Just every day. It's its own pattern. It's so weird how this stock market works the way it does. But it just keeps repeating the head and shoulders, and then we shoot right back up to the top. 2 textbook head and shoulder plays. Maybe that's why I titled the video, Fuck COVID and a head and shoulders breakout on what to look for. And then it's 11:30. Around this time, you can tell the market loses volume, and when the market loses volume, then these plays, like the head and shoulders and these patterns, they don't really form and break out and like structure as perfect as this. I mean, like, it gives me a hard on just looking at how beautiful this morning was when these pattern formations, and how it really shows you this market can be learned. You just have to trust your gut and your instincts and use your knowledge and take notes and let it ride out. But Maybe honestly we'll save the fuck COVID video for another day. I'm just gonna leave this one at this. A head and shoulders. Alright, y'all. Have a great day. Whoever's tuning in, if anyone watches it, fuck yeah. If not, oh well. I'll watch it over and over and over. Love you guys. Good luck trading. Hope everyone make tons of money. Believe in the process. Trust yourself. Good things take time.